Oof. Good morning, fantasy football world. Sorry for yesterday's episode that did not upload it, and I realized, and I started working, and boom, no episode. But hopefully this uploads today, so I don't have to go through this again. But I edited it, I uploaded to YouTube. YouTube, I guess, took forever. Ended up just not uploading, and by the time I realized it didn't upload, it was already lunchtime. So it's not really good morning fantasy football. So there's that. But a lot to cover, man. We got a lot to cover, being that I missed yesterday's episode. But week 7, we're here. Mahomes handling business yesterday with the Bills. Josh Allen is looking a little shaky. I gotta admit, as an owner, I'm not like panicking. I'm not like too worried. But these interceptions, man, they're not looking good. A lot of poor decisions he's making. He's playing very risky, but we knew that going into drafting him. But I don't know, man. He has to get it together. Maybe he has to bounce back. The defense also were letting up a lot of plays. They let fucking CEH go off for like 160 plus yards. Man, they just had to button that up, and they'll be back on track. But Mahomes, once again, handling business. I mean, spreading the ball around, freaking Pringles, catching deep passes and shit, spreading the ball out. Travis Kelce doing his damn thing, putting up 20-plus fantasy points for you guys, depending on PPR, standard, tight end premium, you know, depending on format. So don't try to comment me and be like, oh, he scored this many points. Okay, cool, kid. But anyway, goddamn. So moving on to the Cowboys, man. This is what I feared, and this is what I expected to happen. So when I was saying sitting Gallup, I knew he will hurt just a tad bit, which he did, putting up only like 5 points. But CeeDee Lamb looks to be like, you know, Andy Dalton's go-to. Looks like Cooper is getting involved as well in the red zone. He's being targeted in the red zone a lot, trying to catch the touchdowns, etc. But overall, man, oh man, that offense didn't look like it was even near ready for Andy Dalton. But moving forward, fantasy-wise, I will be trying to sell Michael Gallup if you can at this point. I won't be saying you're getting a Kenny Golladay in return. You're not going to get a Stephon Diggs in return. You know what I mean? Maybe you can sit in that realm of Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, maybe DJ Chark, DJ Moore, somewhere in that realm of wide receivers, even Russell Gage. But yeah, I would be trying to jump ship on Michael Gallup right now. Andy Dalton looking like deer in the headlights, not looking good against the pressure. A lot of teams are going to be blitzing him like crazy. They're gonna have a very, very long season, man, and it sucks that Dak went out this early in the season, not to give them some type of momentum, because it wasn't like they were winning a bunch of games with Dak. So obviously the defense needs to strap in, you know, fix that, make the adjustments, go out and get somebody before trade deadline or something, man, because the defense is looking horrendous. But moving on. Now, something I want to highlight. One of my fantasy guys, DJ Chark. Now, he's been wishy-washy, man. He's been mediocre. But I just want to, like, highlight this last game he just had. He had 14 targets, people. Highest targets he's ever had in his career. Highest targets this season. But yet, he didn't put up that many points. But I'm trying to think how many balls were catchable. He was targeted in the red zone 3 times. So, he was trying to, I guess, force the ball to him that game. I'm not too sure, man. Maybe Keelan Cole was being covered by the number 1 corner. DJ Chark just finding his way to float around. But 14 targets, only catching 7, man. Oof, man. I'm just trying to think, like, were these balls catchable for him? But moving forward, hopefully we could see that again. Hopefully we could see that double-digit targets to DJ Chark to show some life, because we only seen life for one game when he put up 29 points 2 weeks ago. So it's like, what are we doing with DJ Chark? He's not the guy that we thought he would be this year, or the guy he was last year, being consistent. But apparently Keelan Cole is making enough noise to take away the target shares, and you know what I mean? And I don't know what's going on with Minshew either. He's not looking like Uncle Rico of last season where he was hot. But yeah, there's that. I think DJ Chark should be fine going into the next couple of weeks, but he's also another guy that's on my sell radar right now. It's almost halfway through the season. It's week 7, people. Week 8, we need to start making these decisions because trade deadline is coming up fantasy-wise for us. So I don't know when your trade deadline is. It's also based on, your GM, your commissioner, or whoever is going to set the date. My trade deadline is usually around beginning of November. So that's where playoff time goes. That's where all these crazy trades can't happen. Teams are set. Your team is what it is after, October going into, the playoffs. So there's no hectic headaches about any bullshit being traded. Like, oh, you're 0-9. Now you're about to trade away Zeke, trying to help your boy, help your friend out to win the entire thing. No. That's why trade deadline is very early in my league. I don't play none of that shit. No collusion, none of that bullshit. But anyway, moving on. I do want to touch on real quick on the Titans. I didn't touch on it yesterday because obviously the episode didn't upload. But man, Tannehill's looking great, man. Tannehill's looking, I want to say top tier, not elite just yet. He had a great game, 40 plus points. You know what I mean? Derrick Henry going crazy for 200 points. I'm pretty sure he smashed any of your opponents, for Derrick Henry owners. That was amazing to see. I mean, Derrick Henry, he's moving up in my rankings, my early 2021 rankings. He's moving up slowly but surely because honestly, I got CMC and I got Saquon Barkley slowly creeping tick down. So Derrick Henry's just slowly creeping up there further and further. So I definitely have to put those in my adjustments of rankings. But Derrick Henry is killing it right now. Remember when we said he used to have slow starts? It looks like he's firing on all cylinders, man. I would count the slow start with the forced bye week with COVID and shit. But I feel like you're set for the rest of the season if you don't have to worry about a bye week with him not playing anymore. So there's that. But to jump page real quick, Michael Thomas should be returning this week. The question is, do you start him? Me, I'm an owner. I've been 7 weeks without him right now. I say 7 weeks because week 1 he only put up 4 points, but he played all the way to the 4th quarter. 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter, that's when he got injured. So that was just a terrible game by Michael Thomas. But anyway, do you start him? How I'm feeling is I need him to show some life. I need to see how he plays before I start him. Because again, I went 7 weeks without him. I can go another week without him. You know what I mean? I'm 3-3 right now in my cutthroat league. My main league that I got big money in, that I worry about the most. I went 7 weeks without him. I think I can manage to squeeze out a win this week to become 4-3 without him. Because honestly, if he blows up, cool. He shows life, I'll start him next week. You know what I mean? But if he's putting up 4 points again, 5 points, 7 points from my first round pick, I'm not going to be feeling that. That's not going to help me get the dub. That's not going to help me secure those points. I'm already getting those type of points from DJ Moore and fucking DJ Chark. So it's like, I need something that's going to give my team life. I need something that's going to have that elite guy that's responsible for 30% of my points week to week, because he's responsible for 0 right now. So that's where I'm sitting at with Michael Thomas, that I don't know if I should start him this week. But the way I'm leaning, I'm just going to be like, yeah, fuck it. Sit my bench 1 more week, buddy. Not going to hurt me. It's not going to make or break my team. It's not going to, take away all hope from playoffs, etc. Because I basically went half the season without him. So imagine going half the season without your first round pick and you still managed to squeeze in 3 wins. You're 3-3 right now. Now you're going into week 7. Hopefully you have a favorable matchup with your players, and etc. Or you make the adjustments, you make some trades, you hit the waiver wire, etc. Then you're sitting pretty fine. It's called good in-game management. That's what it's called. You got teams out there with Michael Thomas that are probably 0-6, 1-5, only 2 wins, 2-4, etc. They should have made some trades. You could have possibly traded him. But in my league, you can't trade your first round pick. You sink the ship with him, basically. So I like that role for the simple fact you don't have a team ending up with like fucking Zeke and Michael Thomas, or Zeke and Alvin Kamara and fucking CMC, because they traded the boat just to get those 2 when they're responsible for 60% of their fucking points week to week, being that they're top tier elite running backs. So that's why I don't play that shit. I hate it. But anyway, so yeah, you went half the season without him. You know, you managed to squeeze out 3 wins. I'm telling you people how I'm going to rock with it. I'm probably not going to start him this week. And he has the Panthers, which isn't a great matchup. The Panthers are ranked number 2 right now against the pass, against wide receivers. So you think the Panthers defense suck, but they don't. They really don't. Alvin Kamara's going to feast. He's going to have a fucking coming out fucking blow up party where he's going to be like, look, I told you guys I'm Mr. 101 type ordeal. Because the Panthers can't stop the run for shit. And to touch on that real quick, let's talk David Montgomery, who just faced the Panthers. He put up good fantasy points. But when I come do the eye test from just watching the game, it didn't look like he did very good. I mean, they gave him the ball 15 times. He got some targets out of the backfield. I think he got 4 targets or 5 targets out of the backfield. He caught 3 of them. So it's like, he put up decent fantasy points when it comes to PPR formats, but the matchup, he should have crushed him. For him to be the RB1 there, the sole guy, not taking too many split carries with freaking Cordell Patterson and some other random guy. It was just David Montgomery. He didn't blow up as much as we wanted him to. I expected like a 30-point game from him or a 35-point game from him, being that, you know, the Panthers can't stop the run at all, and the Bears were going to lean on the run, but it didn't look like that. You know what I mean? It was kind of depressing to be like, damn, Monty, this is where you were set up for success, and you didn't blow up. But, you know, it could be, you know, Matt Nagy didn't want to lean on the run. It could be that David Montgomery just isn't that good. I don't know. I mean, I still feel like he's a good 6th, 7th round pick that I got in some of my leagues. But I'm just a little disappointed, like, when he has the favorable matchup, he doesn't blow up. You know what I mean? You want that refreshing start from him where it's like, yeah, man, this week, you're going to fucking kill it. You're going to kill it. But he didn't. So, there's that. But looking forward to week 7, there's a lot of matchups that are on my radar. We still need to figure out what's happening with Melvin Gordon. Is he going to be suspended for 3 games? And if he's suspended those 3 games, hey, you know what I mean? It looks like it's Lindsey time. But I pumped the brakes on Lindsey, you know, last week, being that we didn't really know how he was going to be. Plus, he's facing New England. Not going to say he had a bad game, but it wasn't like anything like wowed about. So there's that. But if Melvin Gordon's suspended 3 weeks, you know, some teams are going to take a hit at running back. I would be looking to sell him, honestly. You know what I mean? Because 3 weeks from now, you're going to be looking at almost playoff time. So you want to get these wins in right now. You're in a must-win right now if you're hurting at running back, where Melvin Gordon's like possibly your RB1. So I definitely own him a couple leagues. I could be moving on from him. I could be trading him. But it's kind of like, what am I getting in return? So we shall see. But yeah, I'm almost at work right now. Good morning, fantasy football world. Sorry I missed you guys yesterday. I'm not going to miss you guys today. I mean, nothing else to say. I'm at work now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. No, I'll see you guys Thursday or Friday. I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Peace.